Liverpool have done it yet again. Another fantastic signing is set to be announced by the name of Milos Kerkez. And let me tell you something right now. On that left-hand side, with Gakpo potentially playing on the left, or Wirtz playing on the left, with Milos Kerkez playing at fullback, that is the best attacking side in the Premier League on the left-hand side. And on the right, you've got Frimpong and Mohamed Salah. Liverpool are going from strength to strength. And there's even credible links out there for them even to bring in a number 9. They need to be stopped, but they can't be stopped. I don't see anyone right there out there stopping this Liverpool team. We're going to break it all down, how the team's going to play, the impact Milos Kerkez will have in their team. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts. We're just under 500 subscribers away from 57K. If you haven't already, smash the granny out of this like button. If you're a Liverpool fan, let me know your thoughts on this signing. Now, Florian Plettenberg has come out with the news, and it says Liverpool are 100% convinced that the transfer of Milos Kerkez will go through. It's set to be finalised once Florian Wirtz has signed and has been presented. A verbal agreement between Liverpool and Kerkez is 100% done. That's coming out there from one of the most reliable transfer journalists. I think Florian Plettenberg, in a lot of people's estimations, has really gone up for how credible his reporting is, his journalism is. And there is Kerkez. And listen, this is a fantastic signing. It really, really is. I think he's going to be probably the best left back, or at least do you know what I'm going to say? I think he probably will be one of the best left backs, if not the best left back in the Premier League next season. Fabrizio Romano said yesterday, Milos Kerkez is not listening to any other call or approach as he's gonna join Liverpool. It's just a matter of time and technical steps. Now, that is probably the best news you could possibly hear if you are a Liverpool fan. Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, and Kerkez. Now, I want to talk about how this team is going to play out of position, but most importantly, I want to talk about Milos Kerkez. I want to talk about the impact they're going to have in possession, because the amount of different variations of attack Liverpool are going to have is absolutely ridiculous. This is their, of course, team on paper, out of possession. Alisson Becker, best goalkeeper in world football. Frimpong, Kanate, Virgil van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai in the 10, Salah, Gakpo, and Florian Wirtz. But this guy right here, what he can do getting down that left-hand side, one of the best crossers in the Premier League last season. What it enables Liverpool to do is go into this back three system, which we've spoken about before. But I think he is going to act as an attacking midfielder in a system, for Liverpool. I honestly think with Florian Wirtz playing like that, or we can even see Gakpo go over there and Florian Wirtz playing out on the left. What we're talking about right here is so many different variations. You could even have Florian Wirtz playing in the 9. You can have Kerkez rotating around this left-hand side. And people also forget, he's still a very, very young player. Milos Kerkez, really, really good breakout season at Bournemouth this year. And a lot of people are starting to realise what Liverpool have actually signed. 21 years of age. And we know Liverpool now, Andy Robertson is wanted by Atletico Madrid. It's a shame because I do like Robertson at Liverpool. But Kerkez, 21 years of age, 6 assists and 2 goals last year in the Premier League. He's made 23 appearances for his national team, Hungary. Last year, 8 GA in 41 games for a 21-year-old left back is absolutely ridiculous, right? Not only that, he's actually overall, his numbers in his career are actually relatively good. He's got some experience in Europe in the Conference League. He's played for AZ Alkmaar. He's played for Bournemouth. He's got 74 appearances now with 10 GA. But his attacking threat, what he has so far, what he's proved in a Bournemouth shirt, is that his numbers going forward are very, very good for a fullback. He's also only on £30,000 a week, so Liverpool can comfortably improve his salary, right? There you go, £30,000 a week. 2 goals and 5 assists in 38 games in the league is not bad at all for a 21-year-old defender. It means Milos Kerkez will be Liverpool's left back going forward, for probably the next decade, right? But what he's really, really good at, one, is his disciplinary record is very, very good. He only averages 0.11 yellow cards per game. His assists, goals and assists, shot on targets, non-penalty XG, his passing accuracy, his crosses into the penalty area are in the top 15%. His fouls drawn are very, very high, as well as defensive actions. His goal and shot creation for a fullback going into a Liverpool shirt is very, very high. Defensive action, he's in the top 9%. Fouls drawn, he's in the top 11%. Take-ons is very high. Defensive action, again, is very, very high. His challenges lost, again, is very, very high. Interceptions is high. Possession, this is the sort of stats that Liverpool will really be looking into. Carries into the final third, top 15%. Progressive carries, top 15%. Top 23% of all fullbacks in Europe for carries into the penalty area. Tackle during take-on percentage is in the top 6% of all fullbacks going in Europe. His yellow cards, his crosses, his ball recoveries, and that's based on 3,336 minutes. All his overall numbers are very, very, very high. Very high, for the stats that Liverpool care about. Again, defensive action, fouls drawn, very high. And for a 21-year-old who I still think it may be a mistake selling Robertson if they go on to do that. But you look at some of the defenders that Liverpool have got now. I do think they probably need to bring in one more at centre-back. But they've got Van Dijk, Frimpong, Konate, and Kerkez as a back four, right? The depth, I wouldn't say the depth's world-class behind that. But the way the team can play, and I think it's also a blessing in disguise that Liverpool aren't in the Club World Cup. Because I think Man City and Chelsea may burn out at some point throughout the season. But this is what I think. This is what I think Liverpool will set up like in possession. You're going to see Frimpong and Kerkez take up these roles in the final third. You're going to see Salah and Wirtz very close to Cody Gakpo, or you're going to see Wirtz and Salah, Gakpo and Salah close to Wirtz. But out of possession, they go straight back to a flat back four. Gravenberch and McAllister and Szoboszlai midfield. I just think what Liverpool are going to offer from Kerkez and Frimpong, they're going to be the best two attacking fullbacks in the Premier League. I don't care what anyone says. They are going to be absolutely ridiculous next season, And not only that, with Andy Robertson going, they could probably generate a decent fee for him. He doesn't have a huge amount of time left on his contract. Fabrizio Romano has spoken about that. They want to get this done. They want to get this done, and he's also come out and said that Robertson is actually keen on the move. It's going to be a very, very interesting time. Bournemouth have brought in Adrian Truffert. More on Andy Robertson and Atletico Madrid. I understand Robertson is keen on joining. So look, if you can raise a decent fee for him, bring some money back in. The striker situation is another one. They're linked with Ekatike. They're linked with, Isak. There's even some links out there to Gyökeres. Sesko's the only one they're not really linked with. Atletico are considering Robertson as their priority revealed. I understand Robertson's keen on joining Atletico Madrid, and initial talks have already started. Look, Robertson has been a fantastic servant, a really fantastic servant, for Liverpool now. He joined, he's 31 years of age. He joined from Hull back in 2017. He's 31 now. His contract expires next year. He's made, such a big impact on the club. 342 games, a club legend, 67 assists and 11 goals. He's won a Champions League. He's won 2 Premier Leagues, a Super Cup, an FA Cup, a League Cup, 2 League Cups. He's won it all with Liverpool. And I think going out on a high after winning the Premier League is a very, very good thing to do. I'm always a believer of go out on a high. And not only that, they're bringing in Milos Kerkez. So if you're a Liverpool fan right now, you know, I would be very, very optimistic about the future. I think going into next season, they can quite easily go and win another Premier League title. But let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. I'm out.